I forgot how quick that is.
It's gotten a lot shorter. It's gotten a lot shorter. Welcome to The Cup, the currently unnamed podcast where we put the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, a Say Something Gay. Here, I am actually drinking a cranberry limeade today. I'm trying to drink less soda, and it's literally just cranberry juice, lime juice, and sparkling water, and it's fantastic, and I'm a big fan of it.
And I am Sam DMV, also known as Sam Damonteverde, also known as Anissa Long. Jack, this is the first time you're probably going to be hearing this. Your fellow friendly trans non-binary Filipino Canadian mentally unstable hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Scarborough, if you want to be specific. And tonight we got some senna peppermint tea to help with some indigestion.
And yes, I can lip sync Sam's entire intro. I've heard it so many times that I know it by heart.
I mean, you gotta love it.
Wonderful.
You gotta love it.
Even when they mess up, I still get it right.
Somehow.
Anyway. I love hearing it every single time. And you all
that is art.
Y'all know who I am. I am Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea. And you know what? If you have some tea, sit me up because I love me some good tea, period. And I am drinking lemonade today from my local wing spot, J Wings. Delicious in Trussville, Alabama. Sam. Yes. It's one of the best lemonades you could ever have because it's delicious. But yeah, so that's what I'm drinking today. And yeah.
And my name is Jack. I use any pronoun, so as long as you're respectful, use what you like. I am a Twitch streamer, college student, game designer, absolute mess, and coffee addict. And today I am finishing off the 12-pack of Mountain Dew that I bought because I was part of a challenge that went on for 3 days. I only made it to day 2 because I got backstabbed by someone. So Trinity, if you're watching this, anyway, no, I'm kidding. I love you, you piece of shit.
You know what, Jack? I feel the same way. Can I give a yell out to somebody too?
Please.
Noah Govin, if you're seeing this, you know what to do. Don't like it.
I will be sending this to all the people. No kidding.
Look at them. I will add them for you. But you all know who you are and you know what you did. Especially you, Noah, Mr. Swear on the Bible. Okay, but whatever.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. For a game, a little too much for my liking, but we move because we're going to go from talking about our online games to a real game, and that is Survivor.
I was playing for 2K.
Too much this episode.
Oh, you see, you're playing for real money. You're playing for money.
I was playing for real money. It was a shit show intentionally, but
of course,
I was playing for real money.
Yes, mine wasn't for money, but it's fine because the times I played for money, I've won twice. Thank you.
I have won. Next question.
What's an org? I don't know her.
I mean, I will say the last org I played like a few months ago, I actually ended up winning like $80.
I got first in the last org I played. Anyway, Survivor.
Let's talk about Survivor because Survivor, I will just say, a lot of things have happened in Survivor this past season. And I'm like, okay, not happy. I get it, whatever. But today, I can finally say I am very happy with the results of this eliminated player. We'll talk about that later because it starts with us going back to Coco's speech.
I think
Was it
they're
Coco?
Yes, I
Coco,
want
yeah.
to say Coco's beach.
Yeah, because they went home and Lindsay.
You had just went home.
Yeah. So yeah, Lindsay just went home. That's it. I'm
No,
right.
Gio.
Gio. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. 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 See, I watched 2 episodes, so I went back to last week and this week. Yeah. See, that's what my brain is saying. Gio went home, which I kind of I enjoyed that too, kind of, because Gio was playing really
The
weird.
blind side of blindside.
That was what I said last week. That was Chef's Kiss. But yeah, Gio goes home, and everybody's like, but we don't even get the night they come back.
No.
We get the day they come back, and they're like, we have tree mail. Tree mail opens it up, and James starts reading. It's like, not telling what it says, just like, oh my gosh. And they're like, what? Read it. He's like, drop your buffs. It's merge time. Maybe. Because there's no buffs.
No,
Yeah,
there's no buffs.
That basically that entire tribe except for Carla.
Carla was
Carla's just like, huh?
Carla's like, no.
Wait a minute.
My queen.
Carla's like, baby, I've seen these last couple seasons, and no, this is not merge. This is something else because this is Survivor.
It does not say the word merge.
Not merge yet. It's more like merge-atory.
And we get an episode title.
Yes, Merge-atory. So they go over and they're saying they tell them to pack their beach up and jump in the boat and head to your new beach. So Coco and Bessie both get this message and they're packing up, and Ryan on Coco was like, let's go get some mangoes so we can take it with papayas so we can go in offering food, and then people will like us more because we come in offering stuff. And yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
no, I agree with that. That's actually not a bad strike.
It's a very good idea. Like, who doesn't respect somebody who brings them food? You bring me food, I'm happy with you. You can stay. You can stay in my life if you bring me food. That makes me happy. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, I would personally either bring food.
Mm-hmm.
If another tribe member already has that, then cool. But I personally would also like bring the machete as well.
Yeah, they brought everything. They brought their pot, they brought the machete, they brought all this stuff. You got to bring it with you. Why not?
You need to bring everything.
There's
you need
no
everything.
reason in leaving it on the sidelines.
Right. So they bring it all in, and so yeah, that's what they're doing. And they go in, and so then they're going to Bacchus Beach. That's their new home. Is going to be at Bacchus Beach, which was interesting. Well, this is
I think it's because like Baca had all the
reward stuff,
the bigger or the quote unquote like better rewards.
Probably. But yeah, so they go to Bacchus Beach, and everybody's like, it's so great to finally officially meet you. It's so great. And Cody is like, this is a bunch of baloney. Yep. Like, nobody's happy to see anybody. Nobody's excited to see. We all have our own little thing going on our own little beach, and now we're stuck together, and now everybody's still. He said, I call crap, but I'm going to go along with it because it's the game.
Mm-hmm. It's the game, and you're not exactly going to say, hey, everyone here, fuck you.
Right.
You're cool. Get out. Like, right. No,
you're not going to say that. You're going to be like, oh, I'm so excited to be here. So nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, great. Oh, that kind of stuff. But it's, it was nice. And they were all like, so was this merge? And they're like, probably not, because we got nothing. We got no buffs. We got no tribe names. We got nothing, but it's nice. And then everybody starts talking, and they're moving around and trying to figure out who has what advantage, who has what idol. And
Noel is spilling.
Owen goes down his list of what he knows.
You are lagging out a lot.
You are super laggy.
Noel,
I may have
so much.
We caught about 3 words of that.
The last thing I heard was Owen.
Yes. Where were we?
Really quick,
Sorry,
I'm just
I
double
gotta name this
checking
on delivery.
something.
Yes. So I think it was we get to this conversation between like Noelle and Owen, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
and
yes, about the steal a vote.
Yes, so Noelle ends up spilling about like all the advantages that at least she knows of, and then we get Owen kind of listing every advantage he thinks he knows about in the game.
This confessional was one of my favorite confessionals in a long time, and thank you, Survivor, for doing this, because as a podcaster, I had no clue what advantages were left in the game, and I loved seeing it on the screen.
Yes.
Yes. That was
Not
insanely
recurring.
useful, just to be like, oh yeah, so we have this, and this, which
So
is not a bad spread.
yeah, so what we know, and this is everything because we know everything. Gabler has an idol that's only valid for this tribal. Janine has an idol. Cody has an idol. Karla has an idol. Additionally, Janine and Jesse can't vote in this vote, and Noelle has a steal a vote from perjury.
It's kind of crazy how many advantages, idols, and things are floating around right now. But what is also very interesting is Baka still have not found that beware advantage. No, wait, Janine found.
That was Janine.
Yeah, Janine found
was
it.
Janine.
So yes,
Never mind.
all three beware advantages that could have happened not only happened but succeeded. So if literally anybody talks about beads, everyone knows where the idols are.
Everybody knows
Like
where it is.
immediately. There was not
Like Noelle. Like Noelle.
Noelle knows. The entirety of Baka knows now. Because Baka
Karla also
messy.
knows.
Karla also knows, but only Karla.
Yeah.
I'm super surprised that Karla is getting away with it.
I think someone else. Did
Ellie-
Karla tell anyone?
No, Karla didn't tell anybody.
Karla didn't
Well,
tell
wait.
anyone.
No, she didn't tell anybody.
No, because remember, the only person that like could have known would have been James, because she put the beware advantage back. Was like, what would you do if you found a beware advantage? And he was like, I would take it. And then she goes back and takes it.
And she's like, okay, that's all the advice I need. And just
she's like, okay, cool. So that was that. But
so we go to the challenge, right?
yes, at that point, after that very useful recap, we go to the challenge, and it is
the same challenge they did the last 2 seasons, but different.
But just slightly different.
Yeah.
This time,
go
it's a word puzzle at the end.
Ooh.
I just would like to say I loved this word puzzle because it's
love this
different.
one.
It's unique. I absolutely loved it. So the challenge itself, you are divided into 2 teams of 6, with 1 person left out. We'll talk about it. It's basically just obstacle, more obstacles. And then you have to launch everybody up an American Ninja Warrior styled warped wall. You can't tell me that wasn't inspired by American Ninja Warrior, because it's the same wall. It's the same wall. It's the same wall.
It totally was inspired by American Ninja Warriors, period. Just saying.
And then you have to get everybody up this. I'm going to call it the warped wall. Everybody has to get up the warped wall. And then we have a honeycomb-shaped word puzzle. Which I loved. Now,
basically a jigsaw word puzzle.
Exactly. The interesting thing, as we remember, there are 13 people left in the game. So when we go to draw rocks, 6 people draw red, 6 people draw blue, and 1 person draws the gray rock, being Noelle. Yes, Jack. You get Jack.
And Jeff straight up says there's no immunity swapping bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no idling. There's nothing. And all Noelle has to do is say which tribe will win. That's it.
Now, for those of us that watch the International Survivor, we know that this is something that International Survivor does, usually for their reward challenges.
Yeah.
And I love that it was brought in here. I immediately said, oh, Australian Survivor, cool.
I know they've done it a couple times as well for US challenges, where sometimes they do split them into teams of two. And these are like, I remember happening in like the 30s era. They did this kind of thing as well, where they were like, okay, decide which tribe wins. If that tribe wins, you also go and reward.
Oh, I don't remember it ever happening.
I
that
believe
way.
it might have also been done in South Africa, at least from the one season I watched.
Yeah.
It originated, to my knowledge, in South Africa and Australia. But I don't remember it happening.
I'm not confident where it originated, but yeah, I mean, I basically consider it like the gambler kind of thing that you see in a lot of board games, where it's like a lot of like social deduction board games where someone just has to say, okay, I think blank side is going to win because there's an odd number of players.
Yeah.
So
Noelle ends up picking blue, which is Jesse, Gabler, Dwight, Karla, Ryan, and Janine. And then we have the other side, which is red, which is Ellie, Cody, Cassidy, James, Owen, and Sammy. This challenge was pretty close. And then it went back and forth. And then it was wild. And the entire time, I was just thinking, can someone tend to Karla's finger? Someone help
Oh my God.
Karla. Like, Okay. When she was not doing the puzzle, I was like, can we get a medic over here? She is losing blood at a rapid rate.
I think she ended up wrapping the fake buff thing that she had around her finger to like stop the bleeding for a bit.
Because there were like ribbons on the pole where the keys were, and I think she grabbed one of those off of it. And you see her wrapping something as they're moving from like the boxes to the warped wall. But I was just like, can we please? She's not doing the puzzle. She has nothing else to do in this challenge. Can we please tend to her finger? And I would have said the same thing for any player, but I'm like, there is a lot of blood happening. And as someone that doesn't like blood, I was like, can we please fix this scenario?
That was hard. Yeah, not gonna lie. Like, I was so nervous for her trying to go up the warped wall, and literally her first try, hand sliding off that ramp, you get to see a trail of. I'm so sorry, Logan.
But no, it's fine. We're good.
Why couldn't you just been on the red tribe? Make it easy. Fuck.
No, because it's a different shade of red.
It is.
But but luckily Karla got up, and hopefully she has healed by the end of the challenge at least.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so.
I've ripped my hand open before, like doing rock climbing. This part, if you rip this part open, this shit hurts. And imagine then trying to grab a rope when this is the primary part that you're grabbing with. Keyword, not fun. But I mean, Karla very much did wrap like the ribbon buff thing that she was given around her hand. And that is exactly what you do in rock climbing. She did the absolute right thing. And God, I hope they got a medic in there as quickly as they could, because I'm not losing Karla to a goddamn medevac.
I swear to God. I don't think. I feel like they maybe would have teased that because they like to do that.
I don't think the reason I was like, I don't like this is they focus so much on her hand, other than like, oh, the drama, her hand is bleeding. They focused a little too much on it, where my brain went, you gonna medevac her in an episode or two and bring this back up? Please don't.
No. We're hoping not. But we get to the puzzle. Red ends up getting everybody up the wall first. They're working on the puzzle. It's Ellie and Owen?
Owen, yep.
Yes.
Owen. And then for blue, it's
Janine and
Dwight. Yeah, Janine and Dwight. And Janine and Dwight get it. They know what they need to do. They're putting the pieces together. And then Ellie and Owen figure it out. And I'm like, The suspense. It's horrible, but
No, I just love this shot of like you see the G and the E like at that bottom row. See Ellie's trying to smash that RN together, and that just satisfied me because I'm like, ooh, we'll talk about it later. But I'm like,
I was very happy. So the Blue winning. So Jesse, Gabler, Dwight, Carla, Ryan, Janine, and Noelle are all now officially into Merge. They have earned their cyan-colored buffs, which I will have color. And everybody else is up for elimination. And the winning team gets the Merge Feast, and only they get the Merge Feast. Now, I do want to ask, how do we feel? We've seen 3 seasons of earning your right to go to the Merge. How do we feel about this?
Here's the thing. I don't hate. So, in the Survivor game I run, normally what we do is something basically the exact same. We have a challenge, something in our most recent season, we did 2 Rooms and a Boom, which has 2 exact teams of 6. We've done things like Food Chain or Point Thief, like games that naturally give out a bunch of immunity. And like that'll make 3, 4, 5, 6 people immune, depending if people are active. And that has normally worked out well because it allows for a lot more players to stay out of danger, and it allows a lot. And it basically allows the game to, like, even though it's pretty big, to narrow in on a few targets.
Yeah.
So I personally like this. I think there are a couple things where I'm like, did you need to merge with this big of a cast? No, you could have kept going for a couple rounds. Even if you had to throw in like a double elimination somewhere. Like, did you really have to do it like this? But I think it was pretty all right, all things considered.
yeah, I think I'm kind of on a similar boat. Especially say we did this in an online game. I personally, being being the very competitive person that I am, I think all 3 of y'all have seen how competitive I get in like these games. In games.
Oh yes.
So, yes. So I personally am not opposed to it because I thrive in that stuff. But if I were to be like actually on Survivor and whatnot, I don't know. I enjoyed it in terms of like entertainment value, but I guess part of it, if it's like earning your way to immunity, I was like, I end up thinking like, how can we make it like an individual thing, you know?
So for
like
me,
where literally
like,
each person has earned their way into like the merge, you know?
That is the hard part.
That
Because,
it's definitely
I mean, you could have a 13-person individual immunity challenge where the top 6 or top 7 get immunity. But that is a lot to take care of all at once and guarantees that the 6 weakest challenge people will automatically go to the bottom. And we've seen that before on Australian Survivor, and that hasn't been that great.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that it randomly drew into teams was the correct way to do it. It's either that or have it be something where like there's some other way to do it where the winner gets to pass off like safety chain style. They pass off immunity to someone who passes off it. That's the only other way I could think of it working, and I don't.
They did it on Big Brother. I don't need them to bring it to Survivor.
Yeah.
All teams.
Yeah.
See, okay, so I don't love the earn your merge spot because then why even do the other 11 days of pre-merge? You know what I mean? Like, it feels a little bit redundant. It's like, hi, I've been playing Survivor for 11 days and now I have to earn my way into this again. And it's like, and I have been very vocal and like, I like the 26-day format now. I was not a fan of it originally. And I don't love the whole like earn everything got, because I don't want to see people suffer on television. There's a way to do Survivor without people like literally suffering. And I think a lot of that has been remedied this season, which I do appreciate, because it seems like they've moved the camps to more abundantly vegetative spaces of the Fijian Islands,
Yes.
which I love. My remedy for this, with the org brain that I have, my remedy is do merge at 12. You do this challenge 6 and 6, random draw. One team wins, they're safe. You have 6 people left. You random draw 3 sets of duels. The winner of the duel earns their way into merge. And then the final 3 people compete in the challenge, and the last one to finish is eliminated. No vote.
So, like a straight up purge.
A little bit, or
A little bit.
you can take out that last thing and say, okay, these are the 3 people up for the vote. Because like we've said, like some people just aren't good at challenges.
Yeah.
And some people win Survivor without winning that many challenges. I'm looking at Sandra. So
Yeah.
you could
And
leave the
we've
last
seen-
3 up to like social game.
Yeah, and we've seen kind of that happen before on Australian Survivor All Stars.
Yeah.
Which was a really satisfying moment for me.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to say that we have seen it before, and it's great entertainment. But yeah, I don't know how they would handle that, you know.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do it that way, but
yeah, I mean, the amount of time that will require would be a lot. And also, like, the only other way I could see it happening is, like, you are fighting for your spot to earn your way into the merge. Okay, you 6 have earned it. You guys can go off to camp. You guys have found the merge beach. You're good. The other 6 of you, you're going to live in squalor for the day. Only the 6 of you can vote. Good luck. Like, do not give the people who already earned their spot a way to get back in. Like, they don't need to be there for the vote because they already earned their spot. Why are they there?
I like that.
But that's like the only other modification that I can think of that would make a lot of sense. Everything else would just kind of be, yeah, I guess you could do that.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
So then,
oh, go for it.
No. You had a thought.
I was just gonna move on. Yeah,
I was also gonna move on.
I was also gonna move
Lana,
on.
Lana, do you have any thoughts?
I was also going to move on, so let's move on.
Great. Okay, cool.
Great.
So
Great.
we split into Merge Feast and stuff back at camp. The immediate idea back at camp is to fake a vote on Cody, but they're voting James.
Because Ali is assuming that Baka and Vessi are good after teaming up against Coco.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile, at the Merge Feast, Agent, this is the first moment I'm going to say this season. This is the first
I
moment I'm going
stand
to say
Gabriel
this
in this moment.
I stand Dietler.
I
He's like-
stand Gabriel in that moment. I was like, Gabriel,
this
hey,
should not have happened. This should not have happened, but I am proud it did.
no, you
So
know
on
what?
So on day 3, Ellie looked through my bag, and I've never trusted her since.
Baby, I was like,
It's like, okay,
I
that's
said, Gabe,
info.
Gabler, you do realize that you still need your
It's
okay.
like,
But you know what?
Janina's
Olive
right
Baca-
there.
Janina's right there.
Olive
Her
Baca
best
just turned and went, what the fuck did you just say?
That
Her bestie is sitting right there. It wasn't like it was not going to get back to her at all. Like
Oh, it was gonna get back
right
to her regardless.
there. It was, but this is what he wanted. Gabler got what he wanted. He wanted her name to be out there. He wanted her to look suspicious. He wanted her to look like a snake, and she did. Everybody was like,
Oh, that's weird.
And then when they get back to camp,
Wait,
in
wait,
front
sorry.
of Ryan.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I want to stop you real quick. Sorry, because not that this was as important as Gabler throwing Ellie under the bus, but we also get a moment of Ryan just being like, right away, just being like, hey, so Final 7.
I think Ryan is a lovely person and he's nice to look at. He's not good at this game.
He is not.
No.
Delusion.
no, Ryan
Bless
is very
his heart.
strong. Ryan is very strong. And Ryan is very delusional because Ryan feels like he's at the top when he's at the bottom. Ryan feels like everybody's got his back when they don't. And I'm like, oh, you poor sweet boy. You really don't understand what is happening right now. You are so on the bottom of this tribe where you were. And then you go into Merge. Now, this is a perfect opportunity for him because he literally, if they lost again, he was going home. That was what was going to happen. So the Merge happened at the perfect time for Ryan. But then you go into the Merge feast with these people who you don't know. And like, hey, Final 7, y'all. This is us right here. They're like, bruh,
And
do
it's
you
not
know we
even
got
like-
our own thing going on? We got our own alliances going on, and
It's not even like he'd been on a journey with any of them, right? I don't think.
none.
No, he had
think
just
so.
been like, I see 7 people. 7 is larger
Majority.
than 6.
Literally.
That is majority. We can take over the game here. And you know what? If they were more persuasive, maybe that would have worked.
Yeah.
A hard maybe. Because
Yeah.
no,
No.
especially not from Ryan.
If
That
he
was
would
never
have
gonna
did,
happen.
I'll say, if he would have did it a whole better way, if he was a little bit more tactful, if he was a little bit more, not Final 7. You don't go in with Final 7. You could be like, yo, y'all, we're here. We made this this Merge feast. Let's enjoy it. I would love to work with each of you. I mean, we have a majority sitting right here to be great, but I know everybody has their own tribes and their own things going on, but just know I'm an open book. I'm open to work with any of you. Like, you couldn't put it out there like that. Give them a little something. Don't come in the game like, hey, y'all, Final 7, y'all, right? Like, we're going to trust you from day, like, I don't know you from a can of paint, but I'm going to trust you now.
I also kind of want to play devil's advocate if Ryan were to say it like that. Given that Karla's also on this merge piece, how do you think she would feel with Ryan being like, "Oh, I'm an open book"?
I mean, but he can maneuver that and finesse that. And be like, I'm open to work with all of you, blah blah. And Karla's like, what is that? And be like, I'm trying to get in with these. I say what I need to say in front of them, but y'all know the truth. I'm just trying to get them to trust us. And you can finesse that. I'm trying to get them to trust us. And if they think we're broken when we're not, they can try to come, he just had to finesse it better. He just didn't finesse it the right way in order, because you have to make people trust you. That just looks suspicious when you walk out the bat saying Final 7 on your first meeting with all these people. You can't do that. You have to ease in and just like, listen, I would love to work with all of you because I feel like we can work together.
Yeah, it was too much, too soon, and it was never going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Or even say voting block. You don't have to say Final 7. You could say, I think we should all vote together in this vote if we can find a common interest. And if we can find a common interest, I think it would be smart for us as this 7, this is majority. If we can find they weren't going to find a consensus because everybody was saving the people from their tribes. But that is an approach he could have taken that would have been a little bit less blunt than Final 7.
Yeah, look, they wouldn't have all saved their tribes because Gabler was right there.
So then we go back to the camp, and Gabler is having a conversation with Justine in front of Ryan, where he's
Justine?
like, I know you have an idea. Yeah.
Justine?
You mean Janine?
Janine?
Look, we've been mixing them up this whole time.
I'm
because
tired, okay?
Y'all mixing the two Asian women up, huh? No.
You know what? I'm done here. Goodbye.
No.
Not this.
Yes, I sure did. And I'll probably do it again if I'm being real honest with you, honey. I'm just going to be real honest here. Janine, because she does not have a man's name, or masculine name with an E at the end. Janine. Gabler is talking to Janine in front of Ryan and saying, yeah, so I know you have an idol. And then she's like,
yeah, I was
this?
living for that.
She's like, can we have this conversation over
Anywhere
here?
else?
I did love that Ryan was like, I'm not going to spill any of this information. I was like, that's smart. Whether he does that or not remains to be seen.
I think
It's
Ryan had like
It's
a
just that
similar.
look over from Ryan and just going, okay, I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave.
Yep. Yep.
So now Ryan knows more information for some ungodly reason.
Yeah. So Gabler tells Janine that he's aware that she has an idol because Sammy and Owen told him, and he knows that they looked through her bag or his bag. And Janine is denying, Owen's denying, Sammy's denying, Ellie at first was denying, and then Ellie and Gabler have a conversation, and
It goes nowhere.
oh no, what was it? Gabler's like calm, cool, and collected, and Ellie's clearly getting flustered because she knows she's lying, and she's like denying that Janine has an idol is like roundabout ways, and then Gabler's like, well, does Janine have an idol? And she's like, yeah, but, and I'm like,
Wow. Tapping in real quick. Sorry for the noise in the background, folks, but I had to move closer to my router so it won't lag. But here we go. Ellie is so weird to me because this woman has had all this control and this power over this tribe this entire time, and then she gets to merge and she acts like she don't even know how to play this game no more. She is doing everything wrong. Everything that you could possibly do wrong in the game of Survivor, she did it just today. I mean, just on that episode. Like, literally was like, it's not my story to tell, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. Like, you did that to, like, what? Okay. What? Then, like, you go on and on and on and on about how now my name is out there and you're freaking out, you're paranoid, you're going crazy, you're spiraling right before our very eyes after having so much control, so much, I'm running this. I got all this power. Everybody's going to, listen to me. I got this sway. I can do it. And the second you hear your name, you lose it. Chick was losing it. Like, she was literally like, oh my God, well, now I have to do damage control. Now I have to go do this, and I have to do this. And then you want to throw out James. James is the one person you want to throw out. Out of all the people on there, all the people on this tribe, it's 13 people out there. And you throw out James? That's the name you want? Now, I have reserved the right to come for this woman since the very first episode. And now I am coming for this woman because I said it was something suspicious, something weird, something possibly racist about this woman, because your first goal to go after was Mariah, who you said was the weakest player when she literally did the most in that challenge and you did nothing, but she was the weakest player and you sent her home after this woman sat there with you, hugged you, and consoled you over you crying about your sister and her issues, and she consoled you. And you're like, oh, we're gonna do this women's thing together. And the second you get into any kind of trouble, let's go after the black woman. Okay, but I was like, nope, that might not be it. I can't jump down this woman's throat. I can't call her racist over one incident that was probably contained. She probably just wanted to go after the women and felt closer to Janine. Possible, sure, got it. Then this episode, you decide you gonna come back from your little pity party of a failed puzzle making because you know you messed it up, you screwed it up, and you want to go after James? Why James? Of all people in this tribe, why James? And I know some people go come up to me like, but Dwight is there too. She could have said, she didn't say Dwight. No, she wasn't going to say Dwight because Dwight was on the puzzle with her. And if we were going to go after Dwight for the puzzle being messed up, then everybody was like, but you did too. So no, she's not going to say Dwight in this moment because if they point to figure out Dwight, Dwight was saved. Oh, no, who did the puzzle with her? Owen. Oh, okay. I was talking about. I thought Dwight do all the puzzles. He did the puzzle.
Dwight,
he did it right.
No, Dwight.
He did it right.
He did
it right.
And they won. Yes.
Right. But okay. But still, okay. Then that even proves my point even more. James.
Yep.
There was
James.
So many.
Not Owen. Who was also messed up on the puzzle. Not but James. Why James? I will tell you why James. Because he is a black man, and I'm going to stick with it. I said what I said. I believe this woman is racist. If she is not, and y'all can say what you want to say, come at me. I don't care. She can come at me. I don't care. I stand by what I say because you decided purposely to go after the two black people on your tribe every time you got a chance to go to tribal council. Every time you got a chance to go to tribal council, you went after the black people. Weird.
It's a little strange. It's
weird.
Just a little
strange. But this time. The ancestors was not having it, baby girl. The ancestors said, not again, you want to do us this way, not today. Because not only did your own tribe mate throw you under the bus, but he also rallied against you every step of the way. He rallied against you. He told everybody, she got to go, and I'm going to vote her. I'm going to vote her. I don't care what y'all say. I'm voting her out. So, you know what? I'm happy because the ancestors blocked it. She was not going to take out James and her racist ways. It just seems suspicious that every time you get to go to tribal and you get to make a decision that you're going after the people of color. You're going after the black people. So, and I don't care if Janine is your bestie on the island. It's a difference. And we all know it's a difference. You can love other races. You can love Asian people. You can love Hispanic people. You can love every other race, but you always have that disdain for black people. And baby girl, your roots are showing. I see you. And I said what I said. Okay, I'm ready. I'm done. Move on. Y'all talk about it.
That part.
Yeah. Let me see. Who were the 6 potential people that could have gotten votes? It was Owen. It was Cassidy. It was James. It was Ellie. It was
Cody, and it was Sammy.
Cody and Sammy.
Yeah, it's a little weird, especially because no. I mean, everyone had kind of known Cody was something.
Cody that was a weird decoy vote.
Yeah,
only
it didn't get voted.
In Ellie's mind.
It was between Cassidy and James initially.
Yeah, because Ellie's plan. Wait. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Wait, hold on. Okay, so wasn't it supposed to be like a a 5-3 split on
He wanted to split between Cassidy and Jane. Yes.
But then she wanted Baka to be strong. So
and vote Jane.
But the math ain't mathin'.
Right. She wanted Baka all to vote James. And then she wanted to get a couple of more people to vote James and then split the vote between James and Cassidy.
But then if the other side all vote together,
like I said,
ain't mathin'.
Like I said,
it doesn't make sense. It was either unconscious or anyway.
I don't.
She literally everything.
There's too many weird things that line up for it not to be conscious.
Everything that she could have done wrong, she did wrong. Just saying. Everything that she could have done wrong, she was wrong about in this action. Like everything, she was just wrong completely, and that's why it just like. That's why going into tribal, she should have been nervous. She deserved to be nervous because she just played it so bad. It was just the worst round for her.
That part.
It just.
Yep.
Yeah. It was.
Anyway.
It was very hard to watch. Not really because of Ellie spiraling, but because of kind of. I don't know.
So at the end of the day, because nothing really happens after this point, Gabler says, "Hey, we should target Ellie because she's being a snake," and then that was not English.
So he's lagging now.
They try and force a vote, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Gabler really did successfully push Ellie into a really, really shit situation. And very simply put, the majority of the game decided it's not worth it to keep her in, and by a vote of 7-2 to 1-1, Ellie is the final person eliminated before the merge starts. I mean, before the jury starts.
Yep.
And there is actually a fun fact listed here. Every single woman that could vote voted for a different person. So Janine and Jesse couldn't. Janine can vote. Karla voted Owen. Noelle voted Cassidy.
Cassidy voted for Ellie.
Cassidy voted Ellie, and Ellie voted James.
Ellie voted
4 different people. And the only male who didn't vote. The only male who didn't vote Ellie. Let me find it on the list. Oh, it was Owen. Which, okay.
But did we? But I know I broke up. But did we talk about the fact that Janine offered to use her idol on Ellie, and didn't? She offered
because she was sure Ellie was going to stay. Like,
okay. Yeah. I also ended up running across like an article on my I forget which social, but on one of my socials being like rumoring that Ellie told Janine not to use the idol.
Anyway, bye bitch.
The only other thing to note, why didn't Gabler just use his idol on someone? That I don't understand. There was no reason not to use it.
Well, now he has a souvenir for his wife.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't think he was in the plan in the majority. And I think he knew that was what was going to happen. And there wasn't really a reason for him to use it. I
The
think
only reason I can think of is saying, I'm going to make sure that someone else doesn't go home. Like, I mean, if he had used it on James, that would have just been assigned to James to be like, you're not going anywhere, and I'm going to make sure of it because this is useless otherwise. But yeah,
we're
instead
talking
he just
about
gets a nice souvenir.
But we're talking about Gabler here. Gabler's a smart man, but not a smart survivor player.
Yeah.
Because he's just does stuff like Janine kept saying the entire episode. Gabler is off the rails. Like he literally just goes off on a tangent and does whatever the heck he wants to do. He's off the rails. So he wasn't even thinking about how to better himself in this game. Because yes, if you would have just said, James, I'm going to give you this idol, not that I think you're going home, but just as a good faith to show that I am not going to let you go home. It would have been, James would have been him in his pocket like the entire rest of the game. Like he would have I trust Gabler 100%. This man didn't have to do this. He didn't know me, but he offered it just to make sure Ellie goes home.
Yeah.
And also get rid of every single bit of, oh, do you still have something from that first journey? Like, get rid of that entirely and be like, this is the idol that I got from the journey. I can only use it at the first 2 tribals I-10. This is the second one. There is no reason for me not to use it tonight. I'm going to make sure the person I want to go home goes home. And then just give it out. But, I mean, otherwise, that's a nice souvenir for his wife.
Or unless he's trying to kind of pull like the Marianne situation where she kind of kept that idol to herself kind of thing and showed it to like everyone at the jury like in the final.
Yeah.
But everybody knows about his idol though.
That's a thing.
Or if he's gonna try to use it as a decoy later, but like
Everyone
regardless,
knows.
yeah. I'm like, everybody knows. So regardless, we are moving into the actual merge next week. 12 people. And again, similar to 42, 4 people from each of the original tribes.
That it is very, very interesting.
And only 4 women.
And only 4 women. There was some image out there that was like, this is how Survivor 43 is going to end up. And it was 8 men with Karla.
Oh, I saw that.
Did y'all see the
It was Survivor Vanuatu and then Karla.
Yeah. Literally. There was I think I talked about it last week too, but it was like I think it was for episode 5. But it was like, okay, who do you think is gonna go home tonight on Survivor? And it was all 5 women.
It was just the 5 women.
The photo was just the 5 women.
Oh god. After we had
I'm
2 amazing femme presenting winners, I mean, I don't think that would be relevant, but like, fuck me if it is.
I want 3 women of color in a row to win. Period.
Yeah.
And we have 2 shots left. 2 of them.
We have 2 shots left, and they're both good shots, especially Karla. But as we wrap this up,
I think Janine could make a decent bounce back. But
yeah. As we wrap this up, it is now the merge. 6 players have gone home. 12 players are left. Really quick, who do you think is going to win? And who do you think is going home next? For me, I personally think Owen literally just aligned themselves with Ellie on the way out. So I think they're in hot water. And in terms of winner, Karla. I don't think I need to elaborate. Karla.
In case it wasn't already clear, this is a Karla Cruz Godoy Stan account. Thank the Lord above. She follows me on Twitter. Thank you, Karla. So Karla's going to win. Point blank and the period. Who do I think is going next? I hope it's Gabler. I really hope
we
it's
got
Gabler.
the one good thing out of Gabler. Now we can go.
I'm like, you can go.
Okay. So winner, Carla. Carla Cruz Godoy. And who I think is gonna be going next. I mean, I hope we're Gabler. I feel like Gabler has like a decent target now that that idol is void. So I probably would also say Gabler. Yeah.
I would say going home next. I agree. It might be Owen. He might get got with this. If they play, maybe Janine might get caught up without. She might think she don't have to use the idol and might get caught. That's a possibility. But I really believe the Baka tribe might have showed their cards too quickly, too soon. So I think Owen might be in trouble, or Janine could be in trouble this week or next week. Because if she uses her idol this week, she probably can be in trouble next week, unless she wins the mini idol. Winner. I do like Carla. I do think she's playing a really solid game. People trust her. People think, want to work with her. I also feel like James has a really good shot because James is more vocal. Like Carla does a lot of her stuff behind the scenes. And so sometimes people, once you get to that point in the end of the game, if people don't see your moves, they can't say what you did. And Carla does a lot of her stuff behind the scenes, and people do trust her. And that's going to be an issue for people. Like, I think that's going to be the only thing that's stopping Carla. Once it gets closer to the end, people are like, the jury likes you too much. We can't keep you in the game. Carla has what I like to call a Lana factor in the game, where people will take you as far as they can take you. And then once in final 4, final 5, they be like, you got to go because the jury will definitely vote for you to win over me. So you got to go. So you never make it past 5, 4, or 6 even, because they don't want you there. So I feel that Carla might have that little thing go, but if she keeps her idol long enough and plays it at the exact moment where she needs it, she can go far. So I'm feeling Carla and I'm feeling James for the win. And you know who my dark horse winner might be? Coming out of nowhere.
Is it who?
Who you think?
Is it who my dark pick is?
Who's your dark horse?
I'm gonna say Dwight.
Dwight is interesting. He is, but my dark horse is Cody.
I was thinking of Cody as well as a dark horse.
I think Cody is a dark horse because I feel like right now, Cody, people are like, Cody's slick. We don't know, but nobody's going after him. Like everybody's like, we don't know what to think about Cody. And I think all that wild card factor could be like, people just don't know what to do with him. And he still has an idol. If he does the same thing I said with Carla, if he plays his idol at the right time, at the right moment, and get in with the right people, Cody can slip right on through. And he can win stuff. He can win challenges. So just watch out for him too.
My dark horse winner, I don't know. There's something about Sammy. Something about how savvy he is.
That's a good dark horse winner.
How he immediately realized I should not share my actual age. Like, he knows what he's doing. It is just a matter of he was on Baka. Is Baka going to get shafted?
I think he'll be the last one, though. I think he'll be the last Baka standing.
Yeah, I think he has a good chance to be the last Baka standing, and I also think he has that natural like social mobility to jump onto somewhere else before it would be him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can see him going deep.
Yeah, I think if I were to not pick a name that has already been said, I'm gonna go with Jesse. I don't know. I feel like Jesse is kind of relatively like savvy too, and he's kind of able to like maneuver his way.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I feel like we could make a case. I feel like we can make a case for anybody, but there's one other person that I thought about, and that's Noelle. I think Noelle has enough social capital at this point and has enough game information, they're not going to let her make it there because she has a great story. But I would like to see it.
I would also like to see
from
it.
the previews I'm seeing, Noel.
The previews.
I'm about to say from the previews, Noel might be in a little bit of, because people are starting to see Noel as a threat, which she is to people. But before, everybody was like, we don't know what she could do. Now she's proven what she could do, and socially, she's could be pretty good. And strategically, she is going apparently strategically is where she's going, and she's showing off her strategic prowess in next week. And so everybody's kind of get a little scared of Noelle because like, ooh, she is brain, she is brawn, she is social. Hold on.
She's beauty too. If we're going with that whole thing,
all of that.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Yeah, Jack. I think you were gonna say one more thing, and then I think we can.
Yeah. I think we are in a very interesting position going into the merge. Once again, we have it in a place where, everyone has 4 members of each tribe. So if they tried to go with tribe unity, they could. And Baka and Vesti have already worked together, so maybe they'll work it out. There's a lot of different scenarios, and I'm very, very interested to see exactly what plays out. All I hope for, Jeff, don't introduce some bullshit, please. That is all I'm asking. Don't do or die. Don't have some random. I know that's not in, but I don't know what they're thinking instead. If they are thinking something else,
I'll just say
just
this:
don't do that.
With the 4-4-4 split, I find it very interesting on where it could go. Mm-hmm. But at first I was very much like, Vesti and Baka are going to work together because they've done it before. They see Coco as a threat, yada, yada, yada. But I am starting to believe Coco, let me just say, not Coco, James and Karla are doing the work. And they're making people trust them. And they're making people want to work with them. So I can see Coco like getting Vesti and bringing them in and creating this alliance to go after Baka. Because I feel like with Ellie being messed up and they already see the cracks in Baka, both tribes will be like, look, if we just work together, don't have to come after us. We all right. We can just go after them. And the only person protected over there is Janine. So I can see that happening. That could be a scenario.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we get our first live tribal of the season. I feel like this is I don't know, especially because it's a 4-4 split. I feel like we might get ourselves a live tribal, but
chaos. I love it.
We'll see. I would love a tie. I would love a good tie to break out. I need some ties and some revotes.
Can we do a 4-4-4 tie going to Ross?
Could you imagine?
I would love. I would love.
I would love it so much.
Anyway.
Anyway,
that's all we got.
All right, that's it. Yeah, bye, y'all. We
can talk for hours,
but instead of talking about that, follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel. You know what to do, and follow us at @thecup_reality on Twitter. And you know what? We're some amazing, dope people here. So follow us all on our own personal Twitters. It's Gym Leader Logan with 2 N's. It's at Lady J78. It's at Jack the Flop TTV, and it's Demonte with the 3 A's and 3 Y's, period. So follow us all on Twitter, like all of our videos, watch all of our videos, share all of our videos. Sharing is caring, people. We appreciate it. We appreciate you for sticking around. And you know what? That's it. Stick around. We got some more stuff coming up. Amazing Race, Drag You Loves, everything. Follow us. Follow us.
All the drag. If you like drag, you're in the right place.
Follow us all, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Can we do a cheers for this one?
Cheers.
We haven't done a cheers in a hot minute.
Oh, I left my
Cheers,
cup. Well, I'll
ah.
use the candle.
Cheers.
Oh no. Cheers! Ah.
Bye.
Yeah, I definitely
Bye.
need to
Bye-bye
get
now.
some water.
Bye. Goodbye.
Period.